guys, it's B. This is my very first TBR for March 2014. I finally got a tripod, so my videos will hopefully be better quality. I'm still working on a lot of the editing stuff because I don't know how to do a lot. The first book I'll be reading will be somewhere superimposed around the screen somewhere, because it hasn't come out yet. It comes out on the 4th. It's Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. It's the second book in Stormlight Archive, and it's basically the Stormlight Archive is a series of books about this kingdom where there's an eternal war, and they're trying to figure out what happened in the past that is making life the way it is now. I know it's a really crappy summary, but it's a really good series, and it's kind of hard to explain. Like, it's super long, and Brandon Sanderson is also a really good author. I'm really looking forward to Words of Radiance just because I just now finished Way of Kings, which was the first book. It has really interesting characters and a really fascinating world and mythos, so I'm really excited. The second book I'm going to be reading is going to be Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. This is going to be the second book in the Farseer trilogy. It's a trilogy about this boy named Fitz, and you're following him around throughout his childhood and early adolescence. Basically, he's the bastard son of a prince, Prince Chivalry, and that's actually what his name means, bastard. Fitz is a slur for bastard, and basically the king, his illegitimate grandfather, is hiring him to become an assassin, and that's basically his journey throughout learning how to be an assassin and dealing with the drama of being in court. The next book I'm going to be reading is Gardens of the Moon by Steven Erikson. It is the first book in the Malazan Book of the Fallen series. I suck at pronunciations, I'm sorry. And that's a series about an empress and a war, and she's kind of a tyrant, and that's really all I know about it. I'm kind of going into this one blind. I've heard really good things about it. They say if you like Game of Thrones to definitely check this out. So I love Game of Thrones, so I'm going to be doing that. The next book I have heard a ton of stuff about here on BookTube and online. It's Furies of Calderon, which is the first book of the Codex Alera series. You can control Furies Final Fantasy style in this book series, and really that's all I know, is that it's about a dude who doesn't have one and his struggles and his moving forward in the plot. That's all I know. And I've heard good things about Jim Butcher. I started it last month. I didn't really get into it as much just because the book that I'd read right before it was The Name of the Wind, and that is a really good book. So anything after that book kind of paled in comparison. The next book I'm reading is Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. It's the first in the Gentleman Bastard series. It's about a boy called Locke Lamora, and he becomes a thief, and it's just a story about how how he becomes this crazy, awesome, conniving thief, and that's all I really know about that one. So I'm looking forward to this one. I've heard really good things about this one from Patrick Rothfuss, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The next book I'm going to be reading is A Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks. It's the first book in the Night Angel trilogy. I haven't really heard very much about this. I picked it up on a whim because it was on a display at work. It's about assassins, and that's all I really know about that. And the last book I'm going to be reading is The Archived by Victoria Schwab. I haven't actually read this yet. I've owned it since it came out in paperback, but I didn't end up reading it because I got distracted by The Name of the Wind. And I read Vicious by Victoria Schwab, so I figured I'd give this one a shot because I really enjoyed Vicious. So that's my TBR for March. I know it's a lot of books to read, but I literally do nothing aside from go to work and stay at home, so I have a lot of time to read. I'm really looking forward to reading all these books, and I'll hopefully have some reviews, hopefully spoiler-free, soon. So if you like my videos, subscribe, and I'll have some more. My stuff is all down there, so I have a Tumblr, I have a Facebook, and a Twitter, so go follow me on those. Have a good day.